Okay, welcome to Mr. Timchek's carpentry class, and today we're going to continue on our roof here. And first step in getting ready to finish our roof is to put our drip edge on. All right, and what the drip edge is going to do is going to take the water and it's going to prevent it from running down the subfascia. All right, so this is the drip edge right here. All right, it kind of has a place, it kind of like flares out and kicks right here, and that is going to kick it, all right, out of the way, all right, from the subfascia, so the subfascia does not rot. All right, so if I'm doing this by myself, just move this out of the way here. All right, I'm just kind of line it up where I need it. These come in 10-foot sticks. So I'm going to do the eave first. All right. So I'm just going to mark this. All right. And you're going to cut. So I'm just going to mark this. All right. And so I'm going to cut it with snips. Just regular tin snips. All right. So all right, how I like to, I'm going to just mark some lines here so I have something to trace. Let's just use my speed square. All right, so I'm going to cut along the drip edge here. All right, and then I'm going to cut over here with my line. So usually I cut it opposite, but I just wanted to show you all. All right, so it's kind of folding on me here. All right, but I like to actually cut this part first. And it kind of goes like this. Then I can finish the cut. All right, so there it is. So I actually like to install this, all right, with a little bit of space, but finger space between, all right, the subfascia and, all right, and so what I can do, all right, is just mark this. All right, when it's tight against. So I'm just going to mark it on either side when it's tight. And I can just measure a 1/2 inch down. On either side. And that's how I'm going to get an even space between the drip edge and the subfascia. Now I'm just going to nail this down with roofing nails. All right. So look at my crow's foot here. Line this up at the edge. And I'm gonna line it up on the other side. Guarantee I'm hitting another nail right now. Alright, so I got a little bit of gap underneath there, so I'm just going to finish nailing it off about every 16. Alright, now I'm going to do the sides. Oh, what I wanted to show was what it looks like with a gutter. Because your gutter here needs to be underneath your drip edge. So it goes like this, so that drip edge is going to be sending it right down into your gutter. Alright, so this piece I'm going to use. Alright, for our sides. Alright, so I'm just going to line it up down here in this corner. So I'm going to move the camera here so you see what I'm doing. Alright. So I'm just going to have it in this corner. Alright, just like this. I'm actually going to cut it a little bit so I know it doesn't stick out. And it's going to get the rake edge is going to overlap here. Alright, kind of just like this. Alright, so I'll take a little bit more off. Alright, but that's kind of how we want it right here. Now, the other focus is up top here. And so I'll probably have to swing it around. Maybe I can move the house. Alright. So how I want this to go right here is I want it to swing over and down at the peak. Now this is pretty easy to do after I nail this in. So I'm just going to nail this in. Fumble fingers today. So all I'm going to do is going to make a slice right here, and this thing's going to fold in on itself. So I kind of just line up. And it goes like this. It didn't fold too beautifully because the sheathing's not great on this. I'll cut it a little bit deeper so we can get a little bit better fold. That's pretty much what we want. It kind of folds down like that. Okay, next part is putting on our underlayment. The underlayment is going to protect the house, all right, from the weather. All right, so there's two types. There's felt, and then there's synthetic. Really, I don't know why you would use anything but the new synthetic stuff anymore. All right, here's the new nice roll of synthetic. It's like a plastic, and it's like a vapor barrier, weather protectant of your roof. All right, obviously you'd finish off the drip edge similar to that, but next for drip edge is always first, and then you put your underlayment. All right, so since I'm by myself here, I'm just gonna roughly put this where I need it. And you just cut this stuff with a knife. All right, and what you're going to install this with is button cap nails. And these button cap nails look like this, and the caps help with extra holding power. All right, and they're ring shank nails. All right, there's our button cap guns that you could use. All right, we just kind of hand nail it. And the nice thing about the synthetic is it actually has placements for where you put the nails at. So it's almost like dummy proof. All right, so you just kind of cover everything. All right, so I want it kind of over my drip edge a little bit. All right, I don't want it hanging off over my drip edge though, so that's important. All right, I kind of like it just to the edge. So I'll start on this side. I need to pull it a little bit this way. That's pretty good. Try to get it nice and tight. This synthetic stuff is just so nice. You get it so nice and tight, easy to work with. Now you want to draw these button cap nails nice and straight. If they're not straight, you're going to get bunches in your roofing paper here, and it's not going to look good. All right, so I like to go put a couple in down there. I'm going to pull it tight, and I'm going to put a couple in down here. Keep it nice and tight so my shingles are going to lay nice and flat. So you can see here, there says overlap here. If we were doing more than one piece, this is not even big enough for one piece. That's usually comes in 1 inch strip, 4-foot strips. All right, you'd want to. All right, so we got quite a bit installed here. I'll put one more down at the bottom here. All right, so I can kind of feel, all right, where my sheathing ends. All right, so I'm just going to use my knife. I'm just going to cut this. All right, have it nice and tight. And I don't want to cover up, all right, my top area, because that is where the roof is going to breathe. All right, so I don't want to, have that too open. All right, then I'm just gonna cut my end using the. All right, then I'm just gonna. I'll probably just use some regular roofing nails just to tack that top on. All right. All right, because I want that area, all right, to be able to breathe. And if I cover it up with my underlayment here, then I won't be able to breathe. All right, so this is how you put your underlayment and your drip edge on. Next will be the shingles.